Hello viewers, welcome once again to another edition of our women's program, Rimpe. Well, the program called the Rimpe, which is a women's program, over the years we have brought before you, and we have showcased talented women who have scaled their marks, be it in politics, in administration, and in various other professional activities. And over the months, we have also brought in women who are in the field of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, why? Because these days the stress is so much on creativity, where women, be it both girls as well as boys, are getting self-employed. And yes, of course, when it comes to self-employment, in the state of Meghalaya, it is known for its handicrafts, for its handlooms, etc. I'm talking about handworks today because right beside me, is a very talented young girl by the name of Ibajanai Lyngdoh. Ibajanai Lyngdoh is, of course, from the management field. She is a student of management, a BCom student, but after completing her graduation, she took up crocheting or crochet, which, as you know, is weaving magical threads and yarns into textile materials. Incidentally and interestingly, the word crochet in fact is a French term which means the hook, and the products are made by the hook and by interlacing and interlocking different patterns. Well, I am no expert into crochet at all, but Ibajanai definitely is, and so I bring her forward to you right now. Hi there, Iba.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure to have you today in this program, Rimpe, as I said in my introduction, because women no longer are, sort of closeting themselves in one field or in one arena. Yes. And they have diversified their trades, their hobbies, and apparently crochet is a hobby for you. Was a hobby at least?
It was a hobby, yes.
Yeah.
I have never expected that I would turn crochet into a career, actually. Mm-hmm. I would have never imagined, like when I first started, I was actually, when I first started, I didn't even buy yarns. Mm-hmm. My first crochet hook was actually bought by my sister. So I just started, and she didn't buy me yarns. I told her not to, because if I don't know maybe how to crochet, it would have been a waste, the yarns. So what I did was I cut off my old clothes. So those clothes, the pieces of cloths, so I just stitched them up. So I turned it into coasters. So I was actually very intrigued that I could turn something by just a yarn and a hook into something very beautiful. So then I started with buying yarns, and also
so the start, what I could make out was very halting, not very too sure. But then let's go a little bit more behind, because it seems you are a BCom management student from a college here. You passed out.
Yes,
but you did not go further into commerce stream. But you took it up to crocheting. Something that was a hobby for you. When did that and how that turn into?
I think it was because being in the commerce background, I think we learn a lot about business and we learn a lot about entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship, the term itself, I was very interested. I wanted to know more. But yes, and crochet is something that I love. So I thought, why not doing something that you love and you can earn from that? So yeah, that's how I started. I first started actually with scrunchies, because again, I wasn't sure if I could sell them. I wasn't sure of my capabilities. So I first started with scrunchies. I'm just grateful for the people who bought my scrunchies.
Yeah,
and they weren't perfect.
A way to encourage you also.
Yes, definitely. They weren't perfect, I would say, but them buying it kept. It inspired me.
You inspired to
move forward. Yes. So I think from there I thought, why not make a career out of it when you can learn and it's something that you love. It's not even something that I don't love. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yes.
You know, and thereafter you came up with something of your own, which is called Crochet Haven.
Yes, yes.
Right? Tell us about this Crochet Haven, because you know, I've gone into that website that you have. You have so many products.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Crochet Haven actually started because the name crochet is something. It's a process of making something out of just a hook and a yarn, and Haven is because I wanted to provide an opportunity for people who loves to crochet, especially in the rural areas, urban areas both. There are many people, even in Shillong itself, who loves to crochet, but they don't do it for business, merely just as a hobby. So I thought, why not give them an opportunity to learn? So there comes the Haven, the name Haven. And it's also for people who loves handmade things and who loves to crochet products. So it's a haven for them as well. They can get anything crocheted goods. So yeah, I think I actually wanted to start a place where I can train people, but because of lack of capital and all, I stopped that. But maybe in the future years, I would definitely keep it a place where I can provide them with more opportunity. So yeah, I think Crochet Haven, the name is mainly to provide an opportunity.
And how many years has it been since?
Crochet Haven officially started November 1st, 2023, so 1 year. Yes, it officially started because back then, before that, it was just a hobby for me. I just wanted to try new things. Like I said, I did not expect it for me to take it as a career. It's mainly a hobby, so yeah, as a business, it's 1 year.
Okay, so now what are the kind of products that you are making?
Now we mainly focus on amirugumis. So amirugumis are these small animals, plushies, yes. So they're we can sell those better, those, and then these bags, like the bags and all, flowers. So we mainly focus on that. And we do custom orders as well for apparels, because for apparels, it takes a lot of time to crochet. So it might be a loss for us if we crochet and it's not being sold. So what we do is, for them, we do custom orders. So only when the customer wants the products, then we crochet. But for the small ones, like say flowers, amirugumis, keychains and all, we crochet, and yeah, they're our best sellers actually.
Okay.
Yes.
And you said, a little while back that you have been empowering rural women, you've been empowering even, women, ladies and young girls here. And this incidentally is a little bag. Tell us the story behind this little bag.
So this is actually, I wanted to work a lot with a rural woman.
Okay.
So I'm from a small village from Nong Po, so hardly any 50 houses in my village. So I had a lot of news, like 2-3 months back, that there are a lot of dropouts, especially from the girls.
Yes.
So I've always wanted to do something for the society, and I see there's a lot of potential for crochet, especially crochet has a lot of potential in helping people. So what I thought, this girl actually, she's very talented in crochet, but it's just that there's no market in Nong Po. There's very little people. Because the living expense there is not as high as here in Shillong, so before they spend anything, they would think twice. So crochet is something, it is a bit expensive. So yeah, the market there she doesn't have, and she doesn't know how to do business and all, but she's a very talented crochet artist. So I wanted to help her, and yes, I gave her the inspo. Actually, I gave her an inspo which looks exactly like this. And I did not expect that she would be able to do it. So she sent me a picture. She was like, I'm done. And I saw the picture. I was quite surprised, but I'm also very satisfied. And yes, I'm very proud of this piece.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And that's why you got it. This is a young girl from Nong Po, you said, whom you just, without much of a training, could just based on whatever you spoke to her, she could bring out something like this.
Yes.
Of course, it may look very simple and very, very, very tiny, but I think it reflects what the potential that one can have and which one can take it further.
Yes.
Right? When it comes to empowering women, which are the other areas where you have focus, like in Shillong especially? Do you have students under you?
Yes.
Have you trained them, etc.?
Yes, for now I've always wanted to have a training academy of my own, but because of lack of place, lack of capital, so what I did was I do have members, and they're mostly recent graduates. They're still looking for jobs, and my sister as well, she's a nurse, but yeah, she helps out with crocheting. So regarding the urban areas, I would say they're mostly part-timers, but they also earn a lot. Yes, through crochet. And like right now, for the recent graduates who are still looking for a job, instead of like being unemployed and depending on parents, like even for buying small things, personal things, and maybe like travel a bit, like I don't want them to depend everything on their parents. I want them to be at least a bit financially free. So yeah, they started working with me, and they do earn. Yes.
That means, is it a very expensive hobby, should I say, or a handicraft that one can take? I mean, how expensive are the yarns and other materials that are also being used?
Yes. Actually, crochet is a bit expensive. Yes, especially if you work like this yarn. I'm mostly into, I want to work more with sustainable yarns. So this yarn is actually from hobby store, so it's made out of these used clothes. So yes, they redid it to make it into yarns again, so it's quite expensive. Yes, so even the hooks, they have different sizes. So for different yarns we have to buy different kinds of hooks. So yes, I would say it is expensive. It is an expensive hobby. And apart from this, we have to buy the stitch markers. And even for this, it's not only one color. So we can't just buy like this part of
the whole
yarn.
thing. You have to get it.
We have to buy the whole thing, even if you don't use. So I would say it's a bit expensive.
But then once it is taken up, I mean, you are making small products now.
Yes.
But it can be actually diversified and made into bigger. I mean, I think, you know, when it comes to diversifying it and making bigger products, what are the kind of other products that, because I've seen bags, you know, I've seen tops, I've seen dresses that people are making out of crochet.
I think crochet again has a lot of potential. There's a lot of things that we can work with crochet. Like regarding products, we can make, I think, almost everything. I get a lot of orders. Like last time, I even got an order for electric kettle cover. So yes,
that's nice.
Yes. So we can make cardigans, shawls, sweaters, just I think anything out of crochet, because
but you know, twice as we are conversing, you have stressed that there is a lack of finance. But you incidentally is one of the 25th winner, right, out of that thing when last year, that is in 2024, of Chief Minister's E-Championship Challenge 4.0. Because you know, the government of Meghalaya is also really encouraging these these hobbies, these startups, and yours was selected as one of the startup, right? Tell us about this. How did this process happen?
So it was in the year 2023. I wasn't incubated yet at that time. So I was just learning about entrepreneurship and learning also about crochet. So I saw an ad about this championship. So I was quite interested, but I was also too late to apply. So, but a friend of mine, Lamti, she went through and she got in. So again, she was also an inspiration for me. If she could do it, like, why not I? So yes, so after that, I prepared myself to get into the next championship. So I would have never imagined myself getting in, because when we applied, I think it was 2,000 entrepreneurs from Meghalaya, they applied. So just to get into the top 100, I was very grateful, and it's all the blessings from God, I would say. So we got
from 2000 to 25.
Yes. So I think we got selected for a top 100 entrepreneurs. I was jumping in excitement when I got the mail. I would have never expected to get in. So yeah, after that we had to prepare for a pitch and all. So I went to pitch, and we gave it our all. So from my team members, and after that we met a lot of people, talented people, and especially people who are already in the area for 2-3 years. Entrepreneurship, So I was very intimidated, I would say, by them, because I'm just a startup. I just started, but then they're already into the field. So I was like, oh, okay, it's fine even if I don't get in. Like, I've already got the experience. I met a lot of beautiful people. So I just waited for the result. I was hopeful, but I also told myself, even if you don't get in,
again.
yes, it's fine. So when we got the mail top 25, I was expecting, even if I get in, maybe in the top 50. So when I got into the top 25, I was just like jumping in the house. I was like quite excited. I was very happy. So yes, I think Prime helped me a lot.
So what happens thereon? You know,
yes.
you were amongst the top 25.
Yes, yes.
And thereon what happened?
So we have a lot of boot camps, and through that I met a lot of people who helped me. And I think it's through them that Crochet Haven is growing. So they're already entrepreneurs who has been in the field for 2, 3 years, 7 years, 5 years. I gain a lot of experience. They advised me to do this, to do that, and I also got a mentor. I think Prime, they gave me a mentor, so she helped me a lot. Ma'am Surabi, she's from Assam. I think yes, she helped me a lot. And yes, we have a lot of boot camps. We learn a lot of things about expenses, how to go about with income. They give us market, but they even help financially. But the most, I'm very grateful for the mentor though. I think even if I get the financial help, if I'm not able to do business well, it would just be a waste. So yes, Ma'am Suravi, my mentor, like I'm just grateful.
No, but you know, you would love to have. I mean, it's important for you to have financial help.
Yes, yes,
because
definitely.
that is what is stopping you and preventing you to scale up this hobby of yours into the next level.
Definitely, yes, it's the financial help. I think it has helped me a lot, especially in buying yarns, because in crochet again it's expensive. So if I buy one particular yarn, especially if it's a yarn that I've not experienced, I've not yet tried, it would again be a waste and a lot of money would be invested. So regarding the financial help, yes, Prime helped me a lot, yes.
No, otherwise also I think the government should come forward more to for people like you who have the talent, but you all don't know how to self-finance.
Yes,
and you need the support.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Quick word on that.
I think the government has already put up a lot of schemes, but it's just for us that we don't have the knowledge or the awareness that this particular scheme exists. And I see, like, especially for the tourism department, I see that there's a lot of scheme, but most people don't know. So I wish there was some kind of awareness for us to be more aware about it. So again, like when I was selected as a top 100, I met a lot of people. So they were like, you're in the handicraft department, this scheme. I didn't know before. So it was just like, I think the government has put in effort, but we also need awareness about it. Yes.
And don't you think also that, you know, if there should be one such platform where all of you all can come together and get yourselves trained further and also showcase, you know, in a kind of exhibition or sale or something like that? Yes,
I think there needs to be that, but I just registered with the handicraft department, and yes, they did have a lot of opportunities actually, but we don't know about them, they don't know about us. So yeah, so the gap between
that, you know, maybe the gap is there between the schemes are there, but maybe the awareness level has not percolated.
Yes, there's the gap
in the right way.
Yes.
And I think that needs to be looked into.
Yes.
No, I can see you're holding a yarn and a hook also. Are you attempting to make something for us as we are, you know, speaking? How long does it take, Iba, to make something as small as, say, a scrunchie?
Scrunchies, it's just in half an hour. Half an hour at the most, and it depends on the design. I'm trying to make a flower. Just the petals. So it usually takes just half an hour, but I don't know.
But then you have to count the stitches and all. What is the difference really between knitting and which is more easier, you feel?
I can't really say. I've never tried knitting actually, but the only difference is the hook. Knitting, they use 2 hooks, but for us it's just one. But I've never really tried knitting, so I can't really say which is easier, which is harder. But for me, since I've already worked with a crochet hook, I think it would be a bit difficult to work with knitting. But I don't really. I have to try. Yes.
Okay. So when we are you're doing, I can see that there must be some calculations of the number of stitches and all that you're doing. You have to keep that in mind, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think with crochet you have to know a lot about math also. Yes, a lot of math involves here. Like suppose this I have depending on the size, the smallest I can make is 33, so it will be very tiny, the flower. So if you go 36 or 35, it would not come out perfectly. So it's either you go 33, 43 or 53. 53 chains, these are called chains.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, a lot of math involves here, even especially when making apparels. And that's why I'm a commerce student. So yes, this excites me. Like I have to know a lot about math, using math, and it's also just 2 yarns and 2 hooks. It's quite interesting. So yeah, that's why I love crochet.
Have you ever thought, because our state also has beautiful hand looms.
Yes.
Do you think that you could actually combine your kind of work into the traditional loom what exists in the state, and you think you can create something unique and different?
Mixing crochet and weaving, I don't think so, because I have tried weaving like during COVID. I tried a lot of things, and my mother weaves. So yes, she taught me a lot about weaving, and with weaving there's a lot of tools involved, just with the yarns and all. But with crochet there's just 2 important things, just the yarn and the hook. So yes, even creating designs, we have tapestry design as well. That too, for hand loom, it requires a lot of tools. I don't really remember the names, but it requires a lot of tools. But with crochet tapestry, it's just these 2 things, the most important things.
Okay, so as we are almost wrapping up, and you are also trying to hook a flower as quickly as you can, as we are almost winding up, Crochet Haven, what is the future? How do you look ahead?
I can't really say, but what I really want is, I think, a physical store, and also to help people. I've always wanted to work with people with mental health issues, so to say, but I've never really had a place to work. So that's why I've turned into empowering women in the rural areas. So, but in the near future, I hope I can really work with them.
And interestingly, I'm so glad that you brought the issue of mental health, because crocheting, I have read, it really is a focused, your mind is involved with what you're doing. And it seems that it can really ward away a lot of negativity that is there within us. And it can take away mental illness that many of us tend to suffer from. Right?
I think
it is very therapeutic also.
It is, yes. I think crochet really helps, because I have a lot of friends who study psychology and who are nurses and who deals directly with people who are not mentally stable, I would say. Yes.
They have a little disturbed.
Yes. So what crochet does is it takes your mind off of it distracts you, because when you crochet you have to keep all your concentration here. You have to count the stitches, and you have to be very careful with the stitch and learning new patterns, I would say. So yes, I think it can really help. Yes, you're focused on one thing, and it distracts you. It takes your mind off the anxiety, the depression.
So beautiful, really. I mean, this is something which I had no idea about crochet, really, excepting seeing people do beautiful things, and I wonder how they do it with just one hook. But what I came across is that it really helps people with issues of the mind. And that really impressed me. And I think as we are almost winding up, Iba, would you therefore encourage young girls like you, and even older ladies perhaps, maybe who are housewives, also have a lot of time, who have the talent? What would be your sweet words as we are wrapping up this program?
I think crochet is such a beautiful thing, and I think everyone should try it, regardless of gender, regardless of anything. I think anyone can try crochet. It really helps you again with the mind. So you're stressed, you just crochet, it'll all be peaceful. So especially with the students who are stressed about say college assignments, everything they have to complete, and expectations from family, expectations from here and there. So yes, crochet does help. It distracts you from all those. It's such a beautiful thing, and especially with the stay-at-home mom as well. You have to do this, you have to do that. The kid is there, the kid is here. So yes, just
So
take a little bit of time.
You can have a time of your own.
Yes,
when,
definitely.
When you know everything is quiet at home, and you can just do something that you're passionate about.
Yes, definitely, yes.
I mean, look at you, Iba. Simple as a crochet, but here we have spoken so much, not only about empowering women, but we've spoken about mental health and how a simple art as this can actually, help our mental well-being as well.
Yes.
I really wish you good luck, Ibajanai.
Thank you so much.
May you continue to empower young girls in the rural area especially, because and you can help them market also better. I hope your Crochet Haven grows in the years ahead, and you'll work consistently also, I hope, so that you continue to be the inspiration of so many who are watching this program right now.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, that means a lot.
So on that note, we really have to wrap up this program. So dear viewers, that is Ibajanai Lyngdoh for you. As I said, you might think it's a simple work of art, and many of you who are watching this program perhaps also know how to do crocheting. But then the fact that this crochet, this handiwork can be taken up also further into actually giving you some money, that you can sell it and make products out of it and become self-empowered. I think this is what is a lesson we are leaving behind, that take up any hobby that you have and make sure that you actually become empowered, economically empowered as well. So on that note, thank you for being with us, and until next time, from the two of us here and the entire team of Doordarshan is wishing you goodbye.